where does this story start for you?
Oh, it started on the day my husband came home from work and said that there was a picket line in work and that he wasn't crossing it and that we were on strike. And I remember being very cross and asking him, where's the money going to come from? How are we going to pay our bills? But I came from a trade union family. I came from a family where we'd been active. So therefore, you know, I understood the significance. So we just bedded down for, and we thought at that time it would be about 6 to 8 weeks, because that's what everybody told us. Yeah, it'll be 6 to 8 weeks. Margaret Thatcher will back down and you'll be back in. And it didn't. You know, it was a year in the end. And it was a long, tough year.
And a very unexpected group of people come to the rescue, don't they? Can you tell us more about that?
Well, we were getting lots of support from the traditional places, trade unions, local people, local activists, you know, socialist, Labour Party members. But all of a sudden, you know, we get this letter out of the blue, and the letter says that lesbians and gays support the miners. Like, who? You know, wants to give us a cheque. And after we'd stopped laughing, because everybody thought it was a bit of a, you know, a funny, we all sort of sat there looking at each other and saying, yeah, well, you know, and I remember thinking and saying, well, if they've bothered to collect the money for us, you know, we can jolly well accept the cheque. So we did what we always did in these circumstances. We invited a group of people down to see where their money was being spent, because we wanted them to understand that it was helping to feed mining, you know, wives, children, families. And from there it was a real roller coaster.
And does it from the beginning of the experience of the lesbians and gays coming to the village, did it change your attitudes in people and humanity, and how people are prepared to help one another and stick their necks out for each other? Well,
I think what we learned was that people are pretty much similar the world over, and they're just like you. That whatever label you give people, if you say they're gay, if you say they're lesbian, if you say they're black, if you say they're red, you know, or yellow, people generally have a lot of commonality, and that's what we learned. And, you know, it was tough, and it was hard, but we learned to be self-reliant, we learned to be resilient, and that has stood me in very good stead, and I know it stood other people in very good stead, you know.